Welcome again. This is Brother G coming to you again with another video message, another video teaching. The inevitable, intense, the irrefutable mark of the scary beast, 666. Let me tell you, one of the things that I've realized and I've noticed and I've learned through the spirit of truth is the mark of the beast is difficult to pinpoint because there is something else that is inevitable, which is the problem, which is idols. And idols is not necessarily devices. Idols is the ventriloquist behind the dummy. That is the idol. In reality, man is the idol. The physical man like me and you, leaders, governors, president, kings, priests, captains, leaders. So because we have a kind of concept of idol worshiping, meaning we worship physical man like us, not beasts. Beasts don't talk. Animals don't talk in our language. Is the ventriloquist behind the dummy is the idol. And that is why it's difficult to pinpoint the mark of the beast. It's difficult to pinpoint the mark of the beast because many of us, even in the churches, love idols, meaning men. This video message, this video teaching, I am going to show you how inevitable and intense and irrefutable and also very simple the mark of the beast is according to the Bible. I'm going to show you it. Whether you believe, believe. If not, don't believe. I wish you would believe. Stay tuned. So this first verse that we're going to use to show plainly and clearly the mark of the beast is going to be surprising to many, but it's there, it's written, and it's just what I'm using. I'm using what they gave to us or what was forced on us. So let's check out these scriptures and show you the truth. 1 Kings 10 verse 14. Now the weight of gold that came to Solomon in 1 year was 600 6 talents of gold. But wait, people, wait. You might be shocked that this is actually in the Bible. Again, let's read it again. 1 Kings 10 verse 14. Now the weight or the measure or the value of the gold, that's what the meaning. Weight mean measure, or really today's terminology we use the value, what they value it at, came to Solomon in 1 year was 600, that's 600, 620, 3 score, which I learned in math is 60, 20 is a score, so 3 times that is 60, and 6 talents of gold, and you add all of that together, you get 666. No way, bro. It's written right there. It's on the screen. It's in your Bible. 666. And when you go to Revelation, you will put up the screen. You will put it up in the screen. I won't put it up in the screen. You got to read some for yourself. It says the mark of the man is who have wisdom. Count the number of his name. The number of his name is 666. Now, the challenge you're gonna have is it says the number of his name, and you're gonna say it's the Pope, and you're gonna get in all of that. Not me. I am very plain. I'm gonna show you right here. Here is wisdom. The number of Solomon's name is, here's the wisdom: wealth, riches. That's his name. You get it? Wealth, riches. According to the Bible, Solomon was the most wealthiest of all kings that ever, even wealthier than Nebuchadnezzar. You never knew that. It's Daniel 3, there. Verse 1. Nebuchadnezzar, the king, made an image of gold, whose height was 60 cubits, and the breadth thereof 6 cubits. He set it in the plain of Dura in the province of Babylon. And as you read the scripture, you realize that he played music and he called all the people them to bow down and worship the image. What was the image? The image was gold. What was the image? The image was wealth. What was the image? The image is riches. Oh, but unfortunately for Nebuchadnezzar, he only had 66. He didn't have the other 6. This is wisdom. Nobody told me this. Only the Spirit of truth. He was not as wealthy as Solomon. There is no kingdom according to the Bible that was as wealthy as Solomon. Therefore, the mark of the beast was Solomon, 666. And every kingdom after that, desire, wish, hope, strive, kill, pillage to reach the pinnacle of that wealth that Solomon have. Solomon is the mark. Nebuchadnezzar is the mark. You see, friends, family, passerby, the message is still not clear. Even though it didn't say that about Solomon, that he worshiped wealth. If you read it, it's easy and reasonable to see that it was wealth, was his riches that he worshipped. And all the people worship it. Even the Queen of Sheba, wherever, came to see his wisdom and wealth. Yes. But who made Solomon wealthy? Well, anyways, all right. Who made Nebuchadnezzar wealthy? The point of this is the wealth. We're gonna make it clearer. Stay with us. Stay with us. We're gonna make it very, very plain. We're gonna bring it even to today. Let's just jump to Matthew 4, verse 8 to 10. Again, the spirit of the time, or the spirit of the age, as some well-known prophet would say. The devil is the spirit of the time, the spirit of the age, the thing that people are walking in, majority of people. So the devil, that's the devil. The spirit is antithesis, meaning the very opposite of the spirit of the living God. It's earthly, just the devil. They take it up into an exceeding high mountain and show them all the kingdoms of the world and the glory of them, the wealth of them, the power of them. Let's get that. Glory mean wealth, power, and all those things of them. And said unto him, all these things will I give thee, if thou wilt fall down and worship me. Then said Jesus unto him, yo, get thee and Satan. You know, like the way we say it in Jamaica, we say, go from me, boy. For it is written, thou shalt worship the Lord thy God, and him only shalt thou serve. So you see, even the very Jesus you say you worship, say you're not for worship man. It's only God you must worship. Where you think I'm getting my messages from? It's what was given. So the very prophet that you said to worship, say you're supposed to worship God. What we do and what makes sense, we praise the man, we praise Jesus for the work that he did before us. And we praise people for doing great work. You praise your children for doing a great job. You praise them if they win a race. You praise a preacher if he did a good work, he do a good message. So we praise the man, but we don't worship the man. We worship God, as the prophet says. So him we are follow. Anyway, let's not get off tangent, but I had to put that in there. There's a lot to say, Anyways, so right here, you see the spirit of the time come to Jesus and say, mimic me, worship me, do the things that you're supposed to do to accumulate wealth. Do the thing. Overwork yourself. I don't even know what to say. Overwork yourself. Play the lotto. Do everything in your powers to be wealthy. Now, this is not the same as to sustain yourself. We're gonna get to the answer. The answer is in there too. We're gonna get to the answer. This is not do the things to sustain yourself for you to eat and your family and to live in a good state. This is not what he's tempting Jesus with. He's tempting him with the wealth of Solomon, or the wealth of Nebuchadnezzar, and the wealth and the glory of the kingdoms. That's what he's tempting him for. What I'm going to do with this message, I'm going to interpurse within the message so you understand the concept. When you go into Revelation and you read it, and the mark of the beast and people worshiping it, we're going to come to it. We're going to show you there's a lot. There's a lot of evidence that's written in the Bible that was given to us, or even forced upon us, who tell us what is happening. And it's like, anyways, so I'm going to interpurse the truth in it. A lot of us worship money. And it's not just money. Money is the gateway to wealth. Money is the gateway to riches. So you love the gateway to get to that other place. Is the other place you want to get to. Wealth, security. That's the place we want to get to, so we love it. And you're going to realize, literally, in truth, everybody really get this mark. Is what you do with the mark if you worship it. Because everybody need money. And that's the challenge. And we're going to show you the answer. The answer is there. The challenge is not to worship it. Now, let me interpurse the truth tonight. When you worship a thing, you will do anything for that thing. Luke 20, verse 24 to 26. Show me a penny, and whose image and superscription they have on it. They answered and said, Caesar. And he said unto them, Render therefore unto Caesar the things which be Caesar. So the money is Caesar money. The coin is Caesar money. And unto God the things which are God. And they would not take hold of his word before the people. And they marveled at his answer and hold their peace. So in fact, what they came to do was to tempt Jesus if him pay him tax. Now we know, say in any country you go, well, as far as I know, maybe there are some that don't pay tax. If you don't pay tax, them throw you in a prison, whether it's legal or illegal. You better pay your tax. Even Jesus, I showed them, say, now Caesar mark this. So you might wonder, what am I using this scripture and this incident for? I'm showing the mark. Caesar, which was of the Roman Empire, had the mark. Their wealth, his inscription, his name, his mark was on the money. So even Rome had the mark of wealth. They overpower the then known world. Now you seeing it? So even Caesar had the mark of wealth and power and glory, which Jesus was tempted on in the spirit of the age in the moment. He would say, you want the same thing? You want the same thing as Caesar? You want to be wealthy as Caesar? You want glory and wealth and power and riches like Caesar? What are we I get tempted today? The mark is wealth and riches, and we worship it. Subsequent empires and rulers of them own money, of their own concept. And even in Revelation, it reveals they worship wealth, them worship gold. And now there are additional things, but it's that's the baseline. And that's the focus. So when you worship wealth, you will do anything to achieve it. You will kill your friend. You will kill Abel. You were traitor. You would stab in the back. You would do anything. Prostitution, adultery. You would do absolutely anything to achieve the wealth. That means the spirit of the age came to you and tempt every one of us to do overly to receive wealth. That's the mark. Matthew 6, verse 24. No man can serve two masters. Let's look who are the masters. For either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. Same thing. He cannot serve God and mammon. So here's the answer. You have to serve God first. When you serve God first, then you will know how to use mammon if it comes. If, not when it comes, if it comes. So where God has said, where Jesus has said through the Spirit of truth, where God attacked to the vessel, through the vessel. We don't worship man. We praise the man, but we worship God. Now that him say, now sure no. No man can serve two masters. Hear what him say at the master. Money, wealth is a master. That's not true. We can worship wealth because we see what it gives to some people and we desire the same thing. So we will stab our friend in the back. We will be a traitor. We will do all kind of things to receive the wealth and the confidence of other man. But look in the context of Matthew 6. It says, take heed that he do not show your arms before men. It's a whole bunch of teaching, but I don't want to leave. I don't want to go on a tangent. Now show you the mark. The mark is evident, even in today's day, with the rise of social media, and people can fake the funk and show that they have wealth when they don't have. They will do anything. They will do anything for the wealth. And even us who don't have no social media, no Instagram or anything, look at us, think about it, ponder it. We are run off of wealth because we want to be secure. This is irrefutable. Even presently, right now in this generation, this is irrefutable. Everybody run off of wealth. And a big up wealth and those who have wealth. And so people like me, a little Jesus youth, a guan, feel tempted for go off of the same thing too, because everybody seem to be doing the same thing. So what that tempted by the age. It's not only the world I worship wealth. If you look even in our storefront churches, look upon the preacher them a worship wealth to their concept, even if them not have it, them a seek or fight. 1 Timothy 6 verse 10. For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. Now, in this particular context of 1 Timothy 6:10, Paul was talking to the rich. He was talking to the slave. Of course, there was slavery. He was talking to the slave to submit to your masters, right? That's another topic. More showing in the mark. The rich people them love money so much that it pierced them. So they saw their slaves not as human beings. They saw their slaves like cattle and they treat them bad. So people actually think that God sanctioned this to treat others that are in subjection to you. You're supposed to treat them worse than the animal. Go read Matthew 6. Of the beast is wealth and riches, gold and silver. They were using that first as a means to look at wealth. But now we use the paper dollars, especially the people on the lower level, the poorer ones. Not destitute, but they're poorer. They use gold and silver and they talk about stock market and all those things. But it's the same concept. And God has shown us, say, listen, if you love wealth, and it crumble. How many times is that going to crumble before the people of God realize that God is true and damn near everybody else is a liar? What is God? God is truth. How many times kingdom is going to crumble before people say God is true? It's going to crumble before you. You're going to see family crumble before you realize that I know the wealth of the thing. A God is the thing. Meaning the spirit of truth, the spirit of understanding, the spirit of wisdom, the spirit of knowledge. Even Solomon couldn't even deal with it. Solomon got pierced through. Didn't you read his account? Even the great king Uzziah got pierced through. Caesar get pierced through. Nebuchadnezzar get pierced through. Belteshazzar get pierced through because they seek after wealth and power and glory. And many today presently get pierced through. But because them not bring it out, some of them is coming out, but they get pierced through because they love wealth, power, riches, glory more than all they love people, their fellow man. Revelation 13 verse 16 to 17 thereabout. And he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, the concept of wealth, and that no man might buy or sell, save he had that mark or the name of the beast or the name of the number of his name. It's simple saying, you can't do transaction without dollar. Go in a store, let me prove this without a shadow of a doubt. This is unequivocally the truth. You can't go nowhere in the world without using either Caesar's money, Solomon's money, Babylon's money, and this is deep. Every country have their means of transaction, and you can't go in a store and just take out things. And we can get deeper into this. I don't want to get too deep into this, but basically what it's saying right here is that no man might buy or sell save he had the mark or the name of the beast. You notice that they put or, so that means it's just basically you have to have money. You have to have either gold, you have to either have silver, you have to either have some wealth, you have to either have some stock, you have to either have some asset, which is wealth. You have to either have something to trade in the marketplace. That's basically what it's saying, people. So on the lower level, to even the slave, if the slave want to buy himself out of servitude or slavery, he must use money. And even if a master or somebody, what's the word? Abolish, I can't even pronounce that word. Somebody who want to abolish slavery, if they needed to take a slave out of slavery, he can't just come with words. He have to come with money to purchase his freedom. This is the mark. I have seen, even presently in this time, even those that we assume that they are homeless or they are crazy. They seek after the money too, because they know that the money can purchase what they want, not necessarily what they need. So everybody, poor, even the children, them are for the wealth. Them need the money to purchase not what they necessarily need, but what they want. That's the mark. The concept is already in their mind. The concept is literally in their hand, which is money. Many kingdoms today trying to reach the pinnacle of what was written about Solomon. And that's the mark. And that's the intentions of empire, to have that power, that wealth, that glory, that power. That was offered to Jesus. And not only Jesus is offered to the whole away. And a lot of us are doing things that we don't want to do for money, for what wealth. Now, here's the answer. 30 verse 7 to 9. Two things I have required of thee, is talking to the Spirit of truth, the Holy Spirit, God. Deny me them not before I die. Remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me. And this is why he's saying this. So he lest I be full and deny thee. That's if he become wealthy and trust in his wealth, and say, who is the Lord? Or lest I be poor and steal and take the name of the Lord in vain. Now let's just clarify this, and let's be a little bit very plain. We have to, as I see it and experience, we have to involve in some vanities. Unless he mean vanity and lies as wickedness, yes, that's what we're not involved in. Vanity is killing, stealing, lying, those things, hurting other people. That's vanity, that's pain. But in truth, we have to be involved in some vanity, things that may not be long lasting. Of course it's debatable, like going to the party, a clean party. We're not talking rambunctious party where there's drugs and alcohol and those things. That's not what we're meaning. We're talking to wedding, clean parties, time to have fun and stuff like that. We have to be involved in some vanity, things that is not long lasting. It's just for present day pleasure, like watching the game, playing soccer, playing football, whether it's American soccer, whether it's European soccer, just having fun. We have to be involved in those type of vanity. But if he means vanity as in wickedness and evil and stealing and hurting other people and enslavement and those things and cheating other people, those are the vanity we don't want when we are rich. The one that hurt others and ourselves, taking away our own soul. We don't have no soul, no human soul to be kind. That's the vanity I would hope he's speaking about. But as I see it, we have to be involved in some vanity, as in play. Anyways, so as vanity as in wickedness and evil, I would think he's saying. And as he also saying verse 9, or lest I be poor and steal and take the name of the Lord in vain. Now here is the honest truth of truth. So here's the answer, and it, as I have seen it and now I've understand these things. Whether you are rich or you are poor or even middle class, let's add that to it, you will be tempted with each of these spirit to say, who is the Lord in either case, or you will steal. We have seen clearly in our time that the rich steal, the middle class steal, and the poor steal, or they are tempted to steal. All are tempted to steal. All are tempted to say, who is the Lord, or who is the Spirit of truth. All are tempted. But it is those who have been truly converted with the Spirit of truth that will overcome these two temptations of saying, who is the Lord, or who is the Spirit of truth, or will steal from their brother man, or whatever the case may be. It is those people who have been truly converted, and even if they are tempted, as John says, as you read John, 1 John, 2 John, and they are tempted to do either case, say, who is the Lord, or steal, over time they will overcome, if they are willing to overcome the spirit of lies. So the mark of the beast, as clearly articulated by the Bible that was given to us, are forced upon us, either case. The mark of the beast is really wealth. Wealth as your God, meaning you use wealth as your God. You would do anything to receive wealth in that case. You know what I mean? You would kill, you will steal, you will pillage, you would rape, you would enslave people, you would do anything, and then you will sit up in your ivory tower. The thing about the mark of the beast, even the slave that see his masters in ivory tower wishes and hope that he can be wealthy one day to sit in the ivory tower. So rather than having the mark of the Spirit of truth in his context, and I could understand it now, he would see a physical man like himself sitting over him, ruling like a king or a master over him, And so therefore he realized that money and power will give him the opportunity or the influence to sit in high places like the man that is over him. So if he's not converted through the process of his time, he will have the mark of wealth in his mind to sit in high places. But as I said, the answer is truly if you are converted, because you're going to be tempted in either case. According to the Bible, truly the man of sin is really the mark of the beast. The man of sin is akin to the mark of the beast, wealth or excessive wealth. Thank you for stopping by. There's many more to say and to connect up these dots according to what is given and what is forced upon us. And I truly hope it will bless you or open your eye to see the mark of the beast.